going on?
We haven't really talked to you about the joint practice of the day. We talked to Rabel this morning about the little scrum involved sort of him and you. Just what was your vantage point of the situation and watching that film back and pointing it up?
Yeah, I mean, protect your teammates. That's all I got to say about it.
Well, is that blood on your shoulder pads there?
No, I think that's paint from somebody's face mask.
Well, I'm guessing you watched the tape of the game.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the question I have for you: the play that you and Jared got beat on. Watching that play, what did you learn from getting beat and trying to correct that so it doesn't happen again?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to pick up the stunt. We do it every day in practice. Now it's just got to go to the game. It's very fixable. So that's something we'll work on. And, we obviously know that's something that can't happen. So we'll get it fixed.
Well, Coach Rabel talked about your demeanor, your mindset, finishing blocks in the game. How important is that to you? One guy you kind of set about 25 yards down the field, and first, what was that like for you, and kind of how important is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very important, not just for me, but, that's something that we preach for a whole team. Just so, we want to set the tone the way that we play. So, I wasn't the only guy doing that. Everybody was out there finishing, flying around, and I feel like that showed. So, we're going to keep building to good block to start on and just keep progressing.
There were some pictures out there of you and Dre smiling and laughing on the sidelines. Do you remember exactly what was said in that moment?
Not really. I mean, we're just out here having fun, supporting the guys, that were in at the time, watching them go out there do their thing when they got their opportunity.
How fun was it for you in your first preseason game?
Yeah, it's awesome, to be able to get out there and actually, fly around, get the football feeling back of, in-game stuff, it's special. So I'm just super excited.
When you watch the tape back, just what were your general impressions of how you did on Friday night?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, I got to get better. We have to get better as a team. We're still a lot of meat left on the bone, no matter what really happened on the scoreboard. I feel like, this team, we have a lot more that we can do, just to, reach where we want to go.
Well, I was going to say, you seem pretty comfortable out in space there on those crack toss plays. How would you say that the speed of the game, how is it different for you than what you saw at LSU?
Yeah, I mean, the NFL is obviously a lot bigger jump than in college. But, just being able to get out there, get in space, show my athleticism is something I enjoy. So, I like when Josh calls those plays.
What's going through your head when you know you're going to get an opportunity to block a quarterback and show
Just do my job. We have, very explosive playmakers. So, just getting a hat on a hat, letting them do their thing. They're special. So, give them, the sliver of air, and they'll make something happen.
Two rookies starting on the offensive line on the same side together is pretty uncommon in this league. How has it been working with Jared, and just can you take us through kind of the process of learning how to play together and just preparing for your first NFL season?
Yeah, it's great. Me and Jared trained together before we got drafted, and got to really get to know each other throughout that process. So really right now is just building that chemistry of us on the field. That trust, that bond. But it's very exciting for both of us. Be playing next to each other. But like I said, we're just going to keep growing, and try to put our best foot forward each and every day.
Two more questions. When you are finishing those blocks, you're going, how would you sort of describe the feel? You're opposing your will on someone, but you're doing it here in the NFL level.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, after you do it, you just kind of got to get up, put it behind you, and go to the next play. It's kind of like that, leave it all behind. It can be a good play if you have 60 plays in the game, 59 of them can be good. One bad one can, ruin the night. So, it's really nothing. You don't get too high, don't get too low. You just try to, put your best foot forward each and every play.
Last question, guys.
About Garrett and how well you guys know each other now. How nice is that for you? How exciting is that for you? You guys seem like you've been together every step of the way.
Yeah, no doubt. It's, like I said, it's very cool and, very good for us because, we're both learning so much, at the same time. and, coming together, building that bond on and off the field. And, trying to, like I said, just have the, best chemistry possible that we can have to go out there and, just do our job at a high level to give these guys, opportunities to make plays. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
One thing we noticed the other night at the game was you got a couple of hugs and
Uh-huh.
from the head coach after
Yeah.
the tackles on special teams. What did that mean to you? How much have you been working hard on special teams?
Yeah, it means a lot. Coach Vrabel, he kind of hands-on, so I like that as a player. Coach that'll tell you when you're doing right, and the coach that'll tell you when you're doing wrong, and then not really settling for like the good stuff and whatever the bad. So he let us know, and he talk a little trash too. So I love it. If they put me out there, if they say go to special teams, go to kicker or whatever, I'm gonna do what they want me to do.
How does playing wide receiver help you on special teams? Like, what's kind of translate?
I kind of blend them together, as in like getting releases and getting off the ball. So that helped me a lot. Oh, I don't know my place.
Just how you feel like your training camp is going.
I feel like I'm doing good, progressing every day, getting to know the offense better each and every day. And then whatever that happens after that, happens after that.
What was your mindset coming into camp, and what did you learn last year? And what to maybe leave behind you and go forward with?
My mindset going in this camp was just honestly getting a good grasp on the offense, and whenever I get a good grasp on the offense, then the rest will take place from there on.
What's been your process for learning the offense?
Extra minutes after practice. I kind of get with Coach Todd every morning at 8 o'clock, so we do that every morning. And I kind of get what I want to. I kind of get where I'm gonna go and where plays are gonna run. So yeah.
What's it been like working with Todd overall?
Good. Good coach. He played. He was at past teams at the offensive coordinator, so he tell us the all around everything on how we gonna do it and how the quarterback reading it and stuff like that.
Matt Collins.
Yeah.
What kind of an influence is Matt had?
Oh yeah, good influence. Just a guy out there. He's one of them guys. He's gonna tell you when you're doing wrong and tell you when you're doing right.
Javon, what's the biggest difference between the guy we last saw on the field in January versus the guy right here, right now?
I don't know. That's a question you need to ask. You tell me.
Any difference? Anything to your game that
I'm just playing my game. That ball come my way, it's my ball, and that's the only thing that goes in my head.
What's been your favorite part of camp here so far?
Coach getting on the field, running the defense, acting like he still play linebacker. That's what get me laughing every time. Yeah.
What's your impressions been of Matt Collins so far? What's it been like to be around him?
Yeah, it's been good. Kind of, I don't know. Some days he might be Matt Collins. Next day he might be somebody else. I don't know. Like when he walk around with his shoes off, I zone him every time.
Speaking of coach, what'd you make of him jumping in to break up the scrum the other day?
It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the tape on that?
No, I ain't see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Javon.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Javon. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Good. Weren't in there for long, but what did you make of your first impressions of the first few series the offensive line had in game action Friday?
Yeah, it was good. It was good to get some runs called. We had the good joint practice with the Commanders, but it was pretty situational, so we couldn't get us downhill. So it was good to get some combinations and get on some linebackers in the run game and try and show the identity that Coach Vrabel wants us to show.
When you see Will on tape finishing like 15 yards downfield to some DB, I mean, you've been around a long while, but what does that say to you about him?
He's taking what he's been coached. That's what they're coaching us to do. That's the identity that we want to have, not only as an O-line but as a team. And it's a great finish. And then it's all right, get back up and do it again.
Jared, how was the communication in the first run in the stadium? How's the communication?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It can always be better. There's little things like, hey, instead of this combination, let's hit this combination, or getting off on the snap. If we can all just be that much better, it'll help us going forward, especially running the ball. But I think it was a good start.
You saw a bad snap here at the end. We couldn't tell from our vantage point what happened. Can you just share what went wrong there?
To my knowledge, it hit the running back was kind of parked up in the A gap and it hit the side of his leg. So we'll get on film and we'll clean that up because there's no room for that.
I appreciate the detail because we can't tell. It's best to ask you guys. Exactly
I asked someone, so I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's what I heard. So
third hand.
Sorry, I've been asked about it this week, but can you kind of believe that you're already returning to Minnesota?
Crazy. When I first signed here, Found out that we were going to be going back there for joint practice. So it'll be great to see all the former guys. This business is about relationships, and so being there for 6 years, whether it's guys in the equipment room, guys in the weight room, operations guys, most importantly the guys in that locker room. So got a lot of friends there, and it'll be good to see them, but at the same time compete and just get that much closer to week one.
What was your impression of JJ McCarthy?
It was brief. He got hurt early, didn't take a lot of snaps in training camp with us, and then unfortunately was non-weight bearing, so wasn't going to practice, wasn't going to meetings. And then towards the end of the year, started coming around more. But he's got a great vibe, he's got a great personality, he works hard, he's got the right attitude. So I wish him nothing but the best. He's a great kid, and didn't spend a ton of time with him.
Garrett, what can you tell us? Go ahead, Bob.
What do you anticipate? What's it like to practice against Brian Flores' defense? Or what do you anticipate for your guys going up against him?
Fortunately, because I've seen some offenses come in there for joint practice with not a lot of game plan, and it's an absolute disaster. Because you have to game plan it. But I think fortunately, not just me going against it for a few years, Coach McDaniel and Flores know each other very well. And so it'll be a good battle. It's unique because we're not going to see that every Sunday all year. But there's little things, wrinkles, and with this defense that you're like, all right, let's have an answer to this. Let's go back to our rules. So it'll be a good test.
Is that ultimately the benefit of facing that defense? It's testing the limits of the rules that you have. So.
Yeah. It's different. It's at the same time they're gonna wind up in a certain base defense, but they're gonna shift to it. They're gonna blitz to it. But at the same time, you're gonna be across from another man, and you got to win your job.
Were you there with Stephon?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
What did he mean to the fans?
Yeah, he's got one of the most famous plays, if not the most famous in Viking history. So I loved my time there with him. I already talked to him about going back. He's been back. He's played there. Might be a little different because we're at the training camp or the practice facility, but he's awesome. He's awesome.
For your teammates who haven't seen their practice facility, what do you tell them about it?
We call it the country club up there because it's so nice. So it's they did a great job with it. So it's great for their guys, but at the same time for a joint practice setup. It's a good facility. We'll stay in the hotel right next to it. It'll be a good competition for a few days.
Let's go two final, guys. Two final.
The best amenity? It's all just new. But at the same time, it's got everything we got here. It's just new.
You mentioned the relationships and seeing the guys you used to play with.
Yeah.
Any added motivation just knowing they willingly let you go a few months ago?
Yeah, always. But if you go into it treating it like any other day, that's when you're beat. So it's just had the same approach to practice, and then I don't know, finish a little longer maybe, but hopefully I'm doing that anyway. So.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
All right, Craig, you got to settle whether did you get under that pick here from working against Drake in the red zone?
Nah, I hit the ground, but I should have played it off. I should have made it look like I had it and ran the other way. So, I definitely learned from that. Those type of situations, you guys just play it off, man. The refs don't be knowing. Yep.
What's been the most surprising part of this process for you so far? And I'm talking specifically about training too. What stood out to you?
Really just the competitiveness of everything. Like every drill that you do, like you're competing and you're trying to earn a role on the team. So I think just the intensity of that is just, on a whole nother level than college.
I know the front seven guys have talked about how this has very much been an attacking scheme, a disruptive scheme. It's all about kind of getting pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
How does that change for what you guys have to do with the back end?
We got to be in tight coverage. If we're going to be aggressive up front, then, in the back end, we got to be able to handle those guys one-on-one and, playing cover zero, things like that. So just got to be aggressive.
What's it been like getting a chance to work with Kyle?
It's been good. Those guys who've been in the league for a long time, so just learning from them, asking them questions, being able to hear, how they think and process the game. I think it just helps me as a young guy who's trying to be in those shoes.
Greg, in the game, they put a lot on your plate, so just by different spots and things like that. Do you like doing that? Is that something that you're used to doing?
Yeah, I'm used to doing it. At Cal, we kind of did everything. So for me to be in, different positions, whether that's free or in the box, whatever it is, I'm just ready for the challenge, and whatever position that the coaches want to put me in, I have to be ready.
I had you on the edge a few times, almost at the first level there. How often have you done that?
Pretty much a lot. in this scheme, I mean, you're gonna have to do things like that. So just got to be ready for those one-on-ones.
Greg, in addition, obviously trying to learn the defense you put in as a rookie, but also the different roles on special teams. And one of yours has been for punt protection. What goes into that, and how much do you think that's a factor for you in your role on this team overall?
Yeah, I mean, special teams for a young guy is a way to earn a role on the team and have a spot on the 53-man roster. So I think for me, special teams is important and is an extension of defense in a way. So just being on there and being able to communicate at PP, I think that's what's going to help the team.
Greg, what was some of the specific feedback you got from the staff after watching the tape on Friday night?
Situational awareness. That's pretty much all I can say on that. Just situational awareness and just running my feet when I'm tackling. Yep.
You asked about Kyle. How about Jalen Hawkins? He put up nice ahead of you. But has there been a connection there?
Yeah, it's been a connection since my freshman year because he was a senior in my freshman year. So we've always stayed in contact even whenever he left and went to the league. There's a good connection there. We're on the field a lot together, so it's just fun to play with that guy.
You talked to some of the veteran guys, some of the rookies, some of the other rookies about the rookie responsibilities. They said they've had to stock the snack table.
Yep.
Each and every meeting room.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about what that looks like for you in the city.
Whatever snacks they put on the list. So they give me a list. I go to the store, get whatever snacks on there, and I got to make sure it's filled up. Even when we run low, I got to go back to the store, go get some more.
Where's the store and what are the snacks?
I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to find something cheap. You know me, I'm all about saving money, so I'm going to go to Walmart. Mm-hmm. The one over in the corner, I think for that one, I mean, it was good coverage. He made a play, and those are kind of, you just like, hey, like, it was good coverage on the defense, good play on offense. That's one of the ones you watch, you say, hey, that's a good play, and next one, just snap and clear.
Does your mentality or approach change when you're in the slot covering a wide receiver versus a tight end at all?
Yeah, because, I mean, with a tight end, you got to know, the matchup, and also, like, they're not going to outrun you. So I think that your mind kind of changes a little bit, and you kind of want to slow down your process a little bit. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Have a blessing.
How y'all doing? What's up with everybody? Good.
Some of the defense just had a strong practice in the red zone today. What was your vantage point, and how plus it looked strong? How did it feel?
Got to get back inside, look at the tape. Never as good, never as bad as you think, but it's always good to go out there and compete in the red zone and make some plays for sure.
What's it like? You don't wish for injuries by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sorry.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, sure. You don't wish for injuries on any stretch of the imagination on your own team, but they happen, and you got more reps because of those injuries. How much of an advantage have you taken advantage of this period where you've got a lot more reps than maybe you normally would have?
Yeah, I think it's been good for me, like you said, to be able to get those reps under my belt that I haven't been getting in the slot or even on the outside. So be able to get those reps has been good, build the comfortability, and, look forward to going out there and keep competing every day.
How much has your confidence grown, and because of those reps, and how much better are you getting seemingly on a daily basis?
Yeah, I'm extremely confident in my abilities to cover and play out there on the field. Getting those reps in the slot is only boosting my confidence even more. So just got to keep, like I said, continuing to come out here every day and competing and working my eyes, technique, and just little things to keep improving.
As Doug said, did you feel like you guys had something improved today? It seemed like Coach Vrabel said earlier that you needed work in the red zone from the other night. Did you guys feel that? Looked like you guys were kind of jacked up throughout the practice.
Yeah, we know red zone was an emphasis for us coming in today's practice, and then trying to put Friday behind us. It's a new day, a new work week, so just had to come out here and get to it.
Alex, what can you tell us about Craig Woodson? Seems like he's getting some good reps out there.
Oh yeah, Craig, he's a baller, instinctive, smart football player. He's been picking up the scheme well, and he's out there playing ball, having fun. So looking forward to him making some plays for us this year.
Notice you in this slot a little bit more. How much experience do you have in the slot prior to this summer?
I've had some experience in the slot. I played a little bit of slot my rookie year and last year, but this year has been the most slot reps I've gotten, and it's built my confidence tremendously. I've always been able to cover. I feel like this year it's just been me learning different splits of receivers in the slots and things like that.
Even though Christian Gonzalez hasn't been out here, how much off the field has he helped you guys?
Zoe, man, he's always helping us in the meeting room. He's in there every day, coaching up the young guys, even helping me with little things. If he sees a rep on film where he feels like he could tell me something I could do better, he's always in there giving coaching points and just helping out guys from his experience, you know.
The nickname department, have you always been double A, or is this a new thing?
No, I've always went by Double A since I was a youngster, you know, just stuck with me.
Special teams really set the tone against the Commanders, and you were a part of that. What's it like working with Jeremy Springer? Just the energy after this?
Oh yeah, working with Coach Springer is fun. You know, he's someone who's gonna show up to work every day, energized like you said, so you know what you're getting from him, man. Just go out there, and he's been putting together great schemes for us. So just being able to trust his coaching and go out there and put it all together, it was fun to see it come to life on Friday for sure.
What did you focus on this offseason? What did you want to get better at?
Just all around being an all around football player. I feel like I'm always focusing on getting better physically, but this year I focused a lot more mentally on just watching a lot of film in the offseason. Watching different guys from around the league, trying to take different techniques from them and just add it to my toolbox.
Who did you look at?
A little bit of everybody. In the slot wise, though, I watched some of Alontae Taylor from the Saints. You know, I feel like he's a longer DB, plays slot, so I watched some of his film, and I feel like it helped me out.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Double A.